Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Whispers of the Rose Queen. These stories are works of art that comes from the heart, so sit back, relax, and let your imaginations run wild. Now, let's begin with the story.
The lie was smooth. Too smooth. Ethan stood in the doorway with his suitcase, flashing that polished, reassuring smile he had perfected over the years. "Business trip," he said casually. "Jamaica. Just a few days." Athena didn't argue, didn't question, didn't even flinch. She simply nodded. And that was the first mistake he made, thinking silence meant ignorance. Hours later, Ethan wasn't anywhere near Jamaica. He was laughing. The ocean breeze rolled in warm and soft against the luxurious beach house in Savannah. Felicia lounged beside him, draped in silk and entitlement, sipping from a glass that wasn't hers to afford. "You really pulled it off," she smirked. "Your wife didn't suspect a thing." Ethan chuckled, stretching out like a king in borrowed territory. "She never does." The house gleamed with quiet wealth. Polished floors, towering windows, a view that whispered exclusivity. They ate expensive meals, slept tangled in satin sheets, wrapped in fleece blankets, and indulged in a life neither of them had earned. It felt like victory. It felt like freedom. It felt like they had gotten away with it. By the second night, they moved to the pool. A stunning, glass-lined, 12-foot-deep fiberglass pool that shimmered under soft lighting. It looked almost like a jewel embedded into the earth. "Now this," Felicia said, slipping into the water, "is how you live." Ethan followed, laughing, splashing, careless, until a sound, a low, mechanical hum. They froze. "What was that?" Felicia asked, her smile faltering. Before Ethan could respond, "Shh!" Panels began sliding, from above, from the sides. Transparent fiberglass walls sealed over them like a closing coffin of glass. "Wait! Wait!" Ethan shouted, lunging toward the edge. Too late. The pool sealed completely. Air trapped, water rising slightly from the pressure shift. No doors, no handles, no way out. Panic set in fast. They pounded against the walls. Nothing. They screamed. No answer. The house remained silent. "Do something!" Felicia shrieked, clinging to Ethan as the realization hit her. "I'm trying," he yelled back, slamming his fists until his knuckles burned, but the fiberglass didn't crack, didn't scratch, didn't care. Meanwhile, the front door opened. Athena stepped inside, calm, composed, unshaken. She walked through the house slowly, taking in every detail, the glasses, the rumpled sheets, the faint scent of betrayal lingering in the air. Her face didn't twist in anger. It settled into something far colder, understanding. She cleaned, every trace, every fingerprint, every memory of them. Then she packed Ethan's clothes, Felicia's things, suitcases placed neatly outside the front door like discarded secrets. She locked the house and left. Back in the pool, time stretched. Minutes felt like hours, arms burned, legs weakened. The water no longer felt luxurious. It felt like judgment. "You said this place was yours," Felicia snapped, her voice cracking as she struggled to stay afloat. Ethan glared at her, breath ragged. "I thought it was." "You thought? Well, you didn't question it when you were spending my money." "Your money?" She laughed bitterly. "You mean your wife's money?" Silence hit harder than the water, because now they understood. This wasn't his house. It was never his escape. It was never their paradise. It was Athena's, every wall, every lock, every hidden mechanism, including the pool. Across town, Athena sat in her car, signing the final document. Funds transferred, accounts secured, names removed, everything returned to its rightful place. She exhaled slowly, not in relief, but in closure. This wasn't about drowning them, she whispered to herself. It was about something deeper, something far more precise. Now they understand what it feels like to be trapped. Back at the beach house, Ethan and Felicia were fading, their strength slipping, their arguments turning into desperate pleas. "Help," Felicia whispered weakly. Ethan stared upward through the fiberglass ceiling, his reflection staring back at him, distorted, desperate, unrecognizable. For the first time, he realized he hadn't outsmarted anyone. He had walked straight into a consequence designed just for him. And the question lingered in the still, suffocating air. How long can betrayal stay afloat before it finally sinks?
That's the end of the story. Thank you, and kindly please leave a like, share, and subscribe.